Hey guys, it's Generic Joe, and just wanted to let you know that the reason the recent discussion videos have been in a little bit lower quality than normal is because of one simple reason. Now, if this is actually reversed to you, for you guys, I apologize, but if you can't read this, basically my PC is having some trouble starting up. I recently tried to install some Dell updates because it kept telling me, like, hey, Dell has 3 updates for you to install. So I'm like, alright, sure. So I go to install them, and then now my PC's having trouble starting up. Don't think that's a coincidence. Why would Dell Alright, save this rant for another time, whenever I feel like doing it, because I'm just not really in the mood right now. But my PC's having trouble starting up, so hopefully sometime this weekend we can get things sorted out, get this fixed, figure out what the problem is, and hopefully we can get back on track and start doing videos in better quality again. But for now, I can't edit any of my stuff, so I'm going to have to wait on the whole making better videos thing. So, yeah. Enjoy this poorly made discussion video.
Hey guys, it's Generic Joe, and let's talk about Blazblue Cross Tag Battle. Now, for those who don't know what Blazblue Cross Tag Battle is, it's a crossover game, hence cross in the name, between BlazBlue, Guilty Gear, Persona 4. Well, it's actually Persona 4 Arena, but the characters are from Persona 4, so yeah. And Ruby. Yes, a web series is now being featured in a full video game made by a professional company. Which is really funny when you consider the fact that this game is going to be better than the actual game made within the studio of the guys that made the actual show. Or at least, that's what I originally thought. Recently, ArcSys announced that they were going to have DLC in the game, which isn't really that surprising. A lot of games recently have had DLC in them. A lot of fighting games, that is. Injustice, Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, possibly being the worst offender of this due to its already minuscule roster, and the DLC only adding like 7 characters or something like that. But still, not surprised that they're doing this. But the simple fact that they're having DLC is not the issue here. The issue is how they're distributing characters. Now, the full roster includes 40 characters across all the series I mentioned before. And that's a pretty good sized roster, you know? That's a pretty decent sized roster for what it is. That seems like a decent amount of characters to pull from all the games. And sadly, Ruby is only getting the titular Team Ruby. But still, that's a good amount of characters. Here's the problem, though. 20 of those characters are going to be on the disc, or on the cartridge if you're getting the Switch version, because yes, this is coming to Switch. And all 20 of those characters are just going to be there when you boot up the game for the first time, and you won't have to do anything to like unlock them. You know, you might have to install them on PS4, but overall they'll just be there for you to download. They'll just be there, available, ready to play when you boot up the game. So how do you get the other 20? DLC. It's through the DLC I mentioned earlier. And it's disgusting. Yes, you need to get the DLC in order to get 20 characters. You need to buy DLC to unlock half of the roster! And that's my issue. Now, people have said that the price point for getting all the DLC characters will range from anywhere between $20 and $40. If it's $20, that won't be so bad because the base game is $40, so an extra $20 would make it a full $60. So that's not too bad. But if the base game is being sold at $40, that makes it very clear that this is not a AAA title. I wouldn't necessarily say it's a budget title, but it's very clear that this is not meant to be a full major release due to the price point. So the fact that it could be anywhere from $20 to $40 is insane. If it's $40, then that means you are going to have to pay for the base game and an extra 40, so you'll have to double the money just to get 40 characters. And that's just unacceptable. I don't understand how anyone could be okay with that. Again, if it's 20, then that might not be so bad, considering you get the full game and the DLC for a full 60. But again, if the base game is not being sold at 60, that makes it very clear that they don't want it to... That makes it very clear that the game is not supposed to be a major AAA release. Also, if it ends up coming to 60... If the base game combined with the DLC ends up being around $60, then why wouldn't they just put the characters on the disc? Or the cartridge? Why wouldn't it just be included in the base game if it's going to be an extra 20? This is my problem. Half of the roster is separate. Forget the price point. The fact that half of the roster is just gone and has to be purchased separately and is unacceptable. Seriously, you don't even get the full Team Ruby when you get the game. You get Ruby and Weiss, and that is it. You see my problem here. Okay. This is really more of a minor thing. It's a very short topic. I don't really have anything else to say on it. But still, the fact that the fact that half of the roster is locked behind DLC is just disgusting. This cannot be tolerated. I was really looking forward to this game. I truly was. But now that they're going to be scumbags and charge for half of the roster, I don't think I can support them anymore. And hopefully they don't do something like this with any of their future games, because that would just be horrible. So, that out of the way, what do you guys think? Do you think it's okay that they're charging half of the roster outside of the base game? I don't see how you could support that. That's just stupid. So, let me know down in the comments below, and I will see you guys next time for whatever, whenever, here on my channel. Goodbye.